This is a story intended for mature audiences. All parties involved have filled out a consent checklist, and a system has been set in place for their safety and comfort should topics hit too close to home. With this in mind, the sun is setting. It's time to venture into the night. Somewhere in Chicago, on a snowy night, in a penthouse overlooking Lake Michigan, there's a man dressed in all black, behind a counter, peering down into a freshly made old-fashioned. He won't drink it. It was merely an excuse to do something while the other figure in the room finished his business. Across the room, on a burgundy couch, the other figure is speaking into a vintage tape recorder. Tonight is the night that I die. By the time you hear this, I will be long gone. And I don't know who you are, but you have found one of my briefcases and the vial of blood within. I can't yet tell you who I am, or why I am doing this. But if you accept this gift, this bond of blood, you and the others who join my cause will stand together as my champions. Change is coming to Chicago, and it may be catastrophic. I will need your help to undo damages done in my absence. For the sake of this city, for the sake of the kindred spanning this sprawl, drink this vial of blood. Become bound to my cause. Become bound to me. The man stops the recording. For the record, I hate this idea. I genuinely think this is your worst plan yet. The one with the cocktail says. And yet, you're here helping me. You know what to do, right? 4 copies of the tape for the 4 briefcases. Ship them out via my contacts. Your weird magic blood's already in them, right? All set. The man hands the tape to the other, sliding it across the marble counter. You should get out of here. Time's nearly up. It's not safe here. I can stay. I can fight with you. You know what I can do. Who cares what some oracle says? You don't have to die tonight. His fingers tremble, making the ice within the cocktail clack. My dear friend. My dear friend. The future has been laid out for me. You don't perish tonight. I do. Outside, suddenly, an explosion rips through the night. A car outside the condo erupts in flame. Fiery tongues lash out at the dark. Go, now! They are here. E pushes the man from the bar towards the elevator. Bullshit, since when does it fucking snow in September? I thought we had more fucking time, god damn it. He rushes towards the elevator, a pause before pressing the lobby button. Promise me that I will see you again. Do your part, and you will. I promise. The doors begin to close. E, give them hell. Don't go down without taking a few of those fuckers out. Glass shatters, multiple figures breach the penthouse, rappelling through the windows, treacherous weapons at the ready. The man known as E loosens his wool tie, his arms ignite with blood. Magic courses through his body. He gives a smile to the man in the elevator before turning, ready to tear into the invaders. The doors close. Elevator music kicks in. A tiny screen shows the news. They discuss the out-of-season snow hitting the city. And now, I'm very proud and excited to introduce the Night Consortium. This is the introduction chapter, titled From Shadow by Flame. Some time passes. The date is October 14th, 2022. On Milwaukee Avenue, in the bustling neighborhood of Wicker Park, there is a 2-story brick building. It's significantly older than the buildings on either side of it. One, a modern-looking weed dispensary basking in neon lights, and the other a designer's shoe boutique. This brick building is an anachronism. No doubt real estate developers are dying to tear down this nearly 100-year-old building. It is here that 4 kindred from across the country will soon meet for the first time. Like the fabled beckoning that draws older generations of kindred to the Gehenna War, something odd, something supernatural pulls the 4 of them in to this location. Their blood tells them this is where it will begin. This is where the next chapter of their undead life will begin. But who's the first to arrive? Gabba. You arrive first. Outside this building. Face to face with the blood red door, there's an emblem on the door. A steer skull. And underneath that, in the classic serif font, what you assume to be the name of this establishment. Abattoir. But what is this place? What is it exactly? Why here? Only one way to find out. Do you proceed?
Yes.
All right. As you push the door open, you are immediately surprised at how dimly lit this place is. Is that a bar in the middle of the square room? This must be a bar, surely. Numerous bottles of whiskey and vintage rum line the back wall. The candlelight and antique orange lamps make the booze shine like liquid gold. And as you enter and take in the crimson Baroque wallpaper and the purple heart wood planks above you, you realize that aside from someone behind the bar, you are the only person in here. Maybe they just opened. The bartender, just about to head into the stockroom, says warmly, "Sit anywhere you'd like, hon. Place is all yours. Gotta grab a few bottles from the back, but I'll be just a second. Is it just you?"
Not sure yet.
No. You can feel them. 3 others. They're close. She motions towards, really, the whole entire bar. The place is yours.
Do they have a big fancy booth?
They do have a big fancy booth.
I want to sit at the big fancy booth.
Gotcha. As you settle into this horseshoe-shaped leather sofa and look around at the empty bar, you realize this isn't the first time lately you've been first in, so to speak. You were the start of this, unbeknownst to you at the time. You found the first briefcase, first to listen to that odd tape, and first to drink that vial of blood. You recall how it seemed as though nothing changed at first. For a few weeks you felt no difference, nothing odd or off about you. Were you subject to an elaborate prank? It seemed that way at first. And then, one night, there, in the far distance of your mind, like a torch igniting the dark, or maybe a lighthouse casting a beam across the silent sea, you felt a presence, attached to you somehow. They were a considerable distance away, but you felt their flame binding you together. And then, after a few days, a third flame. And lastly, a fourth. All connected, all blazing differently from one another, unique in their own hue and vibrancy. It was then, once all the 4 fires burned through darkness, you felt the pull. An all-encompassing tsunami of yearning. You could not ignore it. Maybe you tried, but you couldn't. So you packed a bag and left for Chicago. Something reeled you in across the country to here, to this place, to this booth. Why? You'd soon find out someone else just arrived. Jesse. You pull up outside Abattoir. You brought a van, correct?
Yes.
Gotcha. So keep in mind, it is Friday night in Chicago, in Wicker Park, one of the busiest nightlife areas of the city, where all manner of people hang out. It's where all the cool kids kind of hang out. It's where there is the most to do. Bars, restaurants, clothing shops, music venues. This neighborhood has everything. So because of that, and because of how big is your van?
So it's one of those like old kind of Volkswagen, super like surfer hippie van.
Nice.
So it's got a booty to it.
It's got some booty.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's definitely not fun parallel parking.
So not just that, you actually arrived first, but it took you 30 minutes to find parking.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, the neighborhood seems to only accept permits, and
Yes, exactly. So because of that, you had a hard time parking. You actually had to park a 15-minute walk away.
yeah.
But you arrive next, and as you enter what seemingly seems to be a speakeasy of sorts, you push open the door, and in the back, in this large booth, the biggest booth actually, you see them. Somebody else with this feeling. You felt them for a while, and here they are in front of you, sitting down. What do you do?
What do they look like?
What do they look like?
Oh. What's the weather here?
Currently in Chicago, it is probably about like, I'd say mid 50s. Just rained earlier. So as you guys came in, the streets were very wet and rainy.
Okay. You see a lady with longish black hair. She's wearing a gray fitted jacket, dark pants, and thickum boots.
Just some thickum boots.
Some thickum boots.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And Jesse, in response, what do you look like?
So, I am currently wearing Doc Martens, got some fishnet, stockings. Probably some really nice, like, tailored shorts with, like, suspenders and this really cozy, like, slouchy off the shoulder, just, like, black hoodie that is probably torn up, whether that was purposefully or not. But she's got kind of medium short length hair that is kind of like a very edgy bob with like, like the little like V-shaped bangs, and it's got some like green color underneath. And
Chef's kiss.
Yes. And she kind of takes a look around. Definitely not.
There's no, I will say, there's, like I said, no one else here.
Yeah.
This feeling is pulling you directly to the bar.
Yeah.
And the person who is, Gab, if you don't mind me saying, how are you sitting down? Are you kind of timid and relaxed, or are you more spread out? This is a big booth.
Full man spread.
Okay, there you go.
So yeah, definitely taking a look around. Little cautious, just seeing this person waiting in this booth by themselves. But is very, very curious, and so quietly, like you barely hear her boots. She makes her way over to the booth. So, is the seat taken?
No, it's for you.
Okay.
It's at that point that the third person enters. Kim, you are the next to arrive. The door swings open, and the both of you at the table turn back and look at this next person that has come in. Kim, what does your character look like?
A tall woman with long skunk-striped hair that rests to a V-shaped bangs that are pulled. The hair is pulled up to show an undercut with white hair underneath, and you can see underneath her cardigan are tattoos of tentacles going along her neck, and she very casually, she almost looks like she's just kind of slumping around, looks around the room, and she sees you both. And she comes up and says, "Are these the people I'm supposed to be seeing here? Are we going to be friends? Is this a party?"
I love to party.
Alright.
Definitely looks like a party. Just gestures.
We can make
Above
it a party.
you, real quick, above you, it's so kind of, aside from the music that's slightly playing in the background, it's so quiet that you can hear somebody vacuuming in the floor above you.
I bet we could make this a party.
Andrew, lastly, you arrive. The door swings open not long after Kim's character has come in.
Alexander walks in. A lanky, but very hunched, young adult, probably. It is mid-20s, I would say. With really long, curly black hair that he has tied up in a half-assed bun, man bun, but most strands are still just escaping, it's barely there. He looks like he hasn't slept in years or ever. Just the palest, saddest looking creature you've ever seen. And as he walks in, he sees you three sitting at the bar. His eyes grow extremely wide, and he starts talking to himself in a panicked state. Seems to reach back to go out the door again, reconsiders, looks back, reaches for the door again, closes it the rest of the way, fumbles with it, slides on the water that was by the door from the snow, gets back up, scrambles back to his feet, takes a breath, and then walks over and sits down next to you guys without making eye contact. Is there a bartender?
They're still in the back. Right now it is awkwardly just you four.
Alexander reaches over and tries to find a ginger ale. And he pops it open and just smells it and then sets it back down and then just puts his head on the counter. Hi.
I will say, because of your kindred blood, you smell your attempt to smell it is futile.
Not great.
Yeah. Just something to do.
He's still holding the can, but it's pushed away from him and his head's just on the counter.
Yeah. It's
You good, brah?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's great to see you guys are real.
Yeah.
That's great.
Do you want to come over and sit over here?
Yeah, sure. Might as well. It's gonna be a long ride.
It's then, once Andrew's character sits down, you feel it. 4 kindred, 4 fires, finally together. sitting across from one another on a squeaky leather sofa. It's then that this voice that you could have sworn you've heard a few times in the last few weeks comes in stronger than ever. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Good. This worked. I think. This is strange.
You're telling us.
I'm so glad you guys can hear it too.
Oh, I just thought something was on some speakers.
No, not. This isn't a song or anything. Nothing like that.
It never is.
I'm as real as you are.
And you are?
Give me a second. This is a bit hard of an adjustment.
Yo, this is weird.
Yeah, I don't...
I'm fucking into it.
Before I tell you my name, you should tell me yours. Who are all of you?
I suppose I'll start. Hi, I'm Alexander, and I'm really glad to actually hear you entirely this time, instead of the little whispers.
Little whispers.
Please tell me those were you.
They were.
Oh god, thank god.
Hi, I'm Ophelia.
A bit feral, if you don't mind my saying.
No, it's a compliment.
And the other two.
Name's Sunshine.
And I'm Theodora Hyde. Theo.
Theo. Wonderful. This is strange. I feel like I'm fading in and out a bit. You must excuse me, I've been dead for a bit.
What's that like?
Yeah.
Cold. As if Kindred could feel cold, it's something colder than that. My name is Elias. Elias LaRue. But you can just call me LaRue. Over a year ago, I was killed. It's a bit of a mystery. I don't know who did it exactly. Contract killers. They seemed like real professionals. They ambushed my penthouse and took me out. A close friend shared a vision of my demise, so I put a plan in motion. A plan that brought you all here. So here we are. It worked.
So when you say dead, we're not talking the usual embraced.
No, I was a kindred myself. I met final death, and you, Sunshine, you said.
Yeah.
I can feel it on you, though. If you don't mind me saying, the stench of death. Your blood reeks of it.
You could say.
There's something called the Shadowlands. It's the mirror to the Skinlands, as it's called, our world. And I resided there, and I guess I still do. The blood bond, the one you all partook in, it was no regular blood bond. Think of it more like a abstract summoning ritual. The four of you together are making this possible. I can speak to you from beyond death. Well, more specifically, you are all pulling me here, binding me to the land of the living. It's a strange sensation. I can feel myself drift. I can hear your thoughts, your confusion. I can feel your hunger.
turned us into a giant Ouija board.
That's amazing.
That's sick.
I'm not too fond of it.
That's one way of putting it. I didn't think of it in such simple terms. Thank you.
Why though?
Back before my demise, I held the title of the Eyes of Night. I was an arbiter, a peacekeeper for the Night Consortium. The Consortium is a court of primogens, the rulers of various clans, and every clan represents themselves in the Night Consortium. Together they all ruled Chicago. Long ago there was a prince, Kevin Jackson, but in his absence, the Camarilla weakened, and Chicago found itself ready to accept a new type of rule, a collective rule. And some called the very concept of every clan working together impossible, which is why they gave me my role. I prevented conflicts from within, as well as safeguarded the city from outside threats. I made sure the various clans, both Anarch and Camarilla, maintained a peace beneficial to both factions. They could hate one another, have grudges, but open conflict was strictly prohibited. I would often mediate intense arguments between the primogens, try to ease and soothe the pains of working with one another. Kindred are beasts, creatures of violence and conflict. My role was to keep the beast at bay for the betterment of every kindred in this city. And then I was murdered. By who? I have no right clue. Someone wanted me out of the picture, and that can't be good.
Sounds like you could have had a lot of enemies.
It could have been from within, without. Sabat, Lupine, I don't know. I would have had more time to research and figure things out on my own, but I had a friend give me a premonition of my death. She didn't know a specific date, she just said my death would happen in the first snow of the season. Much to my surprise, it snowed in late September. Significantly less time than I thought. So, I'm a bit in the dark about who did this. I plan to have more recon, but here we are. Quite literally, here we are.
Where are we right now?
Abattoir. I had an associate, somebody that I guess you can call a partner of mine, business partner. His name is Mox. He runs this place. He's a human, a mage. He's great at information brokering. Knows a lot about the streets and the threats that hit this city. And well, before my death, we made a plan of sorts. He helped you all get here. The only problem is it's been far longer than we both thought. I thought it would take a few months, truthfully a few weeks, but over a year has passed. Who knows what has happened here in the time of my death. It's then that the bartender comes over. A woman, the bartender, strides up to your booth gracefully. She has olive skin, appears to be in her late 20s, sharp, angular face, high cheekbones and freckles pepper her face. She has blunt bangs with the rest of her black hair and a long ponytail that almost reaches her waist. She wears black jeans, Doc Martens, and a long-sleeved black ruffled shirt. A geometric butterfly is tattooed on the right side of her neck. Sorry about that, booze deliveries always coming at the worst times. Can I get you guys anything?
Do you have anything of the darker, more viscous type?
She nods. She says, I'll be right back.
Thank you.
And she steps away.
I bat at Theo. How'd you know she would have that?
Well, I mean, places like this, they're usually prepared.
The voice chimes in your head again. To be fair, the owner does know of Kindred and the like. It makes sense that you would have refreshments for our kind. Let's see what they bring over, but we should press them about... Oh, I can't believe I'm saying this, but we should press them about speaking to their manager.
Do you know the manager?
Oh, like I said, this place is owned by Mox. It is one of the many bars that he owns. Usually Mox operates out of one or two of them, but this was always his favorite.
I was really worried that we were going to have to pull, what do the young people call it? A Karen.
Oh, yeah, to ask for the manager. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
valid.
Yeah.
In a few minutes, the bartender comes back. And she actually has a variety of drinks. Alexander, you actually see that she lays out what essentially in a Collins glass seems to be a Bloody Mary of sorts. Ophelia, you see that she has given you, in a wine glass, a very, very, very dark red. And for the other two, shots. But here's the thing, all of it is blood. In that Bloody Mary, quote unquote. And she gives you all a little wink at that. If anyone is hungry, which I don't think anyone is, let's say maybe you were hungry from your travels, your various travels, you are satiated and brought down back to one hunger. It is then that the bartender speaks up again. She says, in this city, a real bartender, I mean a good bartender, can really just tell a lot about her clients when they walk in. She says, Kindred especially, there's no one else like them. They're kind of easy to tell apart once you get used to it.
Can we talk to your manager about this conversation is making me uncomfortable?
We're trying to give compliments to your manager. Would
Jerry.
we be able to speak to Jerry? Oh, I think
Oh,
that's
Jerry.
the right name.
Yeah.
No,
All right, well,
Mox?
I don't know anyone named Mock. Sorry about that. No, Jerry's our beverage guy. It's just, I bartend a lot, so I've encountered Kindred before. Jerry, he's a bit of he kind of plugs his ears around this stuff. He really doesn't want to know about it. He's a very God-fearing man, and this sort of thing he literally will close his ears about.
Is there anyone above Jerry?
No.
Does Jerry own multiple establishments?
No, this building belongs to Jerry's family, actually. It's then that the voice comes in. She's lying.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I'm trying to see. Could I would like to pull out whatever wallet I have with human money.
Okay, real quick, I'm just going to specify there are no vamp dollars.
But there could be.
I got me some
bat
bucks.
Bat bucks.
Bat bucks?
Bat bucks.
I love the idea of bat bucks.
Yeah. No, so Theo pulls out a couple like singles or whatever and goes to slide it over. I don't know if she has like the bartender has her hands on the table or whatever.
Does.
Yep. So she'll probably just slide over a couple bucks and kind of like rest her fingers very briefly on her and try to make eye contact. If she does, I would like to maybe use compel to see if if she will tell us how to speak with Mox.
I was like, are you going to bribe her with $3?
Yes.
For you.
I've got a
Yes.
van around the corner and around the corner and around the corner.
Oh.
There's a couple more corners far away.
Parking was hell. So you are doing compel?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Strangely enough, so let's say you've used this before.
Mm-hmm.
You've definitely used this before on mortals. Usually on mortals, it just works. Here's the thing. It doesn't seem to work at first. Let's see. You rolled
Oh
really
my
well.
god. Look at that roll.
So you rolled a 5 against her, and the margin of 2, you succeed. So what command are you what are you trying to compel?
Take us to Mox?
Gotcha.
So
So
I was thinking, like, tell us how to get in contact, but if that's too...
No, take us. You're just going to say take us to Mox?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Perfect. Do you... Cool, it's free. You don't have to do a rouse check. Gotcha. So you do that, and a couple of things happen. Everyone at the table, if they're staring at you two talking, they can tell that you are attempting to sway her mind. And it works. And she looks at you. And she kind of blinks for a second. She says, I'll go see if he's ready. And she begins to turn. Then she stops and turns back. And she says, a bit of a warning. If you're some psychopath Camarilla hit squad, I suggest you leave. Mox doesn't take too kindly to pointless threats. I'm not someone you want to fuck with either. And the strange look overcomes her, and you might have been mistaken, but it seemed as though her eyes glowed for a second. And she walks away and heads towards the back. The voice kicks in again. LaRue speaks. That was pretty good. Specifically to Theo.
If you need something done, you just ask for it.
It's good to know that those who found my briefcases are a little capable. It's good to know.
What do we need to do when we find this guy?
Yeah. What was your idea of a plan for us? What are we to do?
We have a lot to do. But first off, we need a haven. Everyone in Chicago thinks I'm dead. And only a small handful of people know that, well, I'm like this.
You're only kind of dead?
Kind of dead. They didn't know when I was... There are a handful of people who knew that I would be doing this plan, but they didn't know when I'd be back itself. The thing is, I don't know who put the hit out on me. I don't know why they needed me dead. We need a base of operations, a haven, and with Mox's help, Abattoir will be our haven. On the second floor, there's plenty of rooms, and specifically for Kindred, we talked about this months ago, before my death. He always talked about how it was dangerous that I worked alone, that it was just me. He always said I needed, well, Kindred working with me. And in the end, maybe I died because I was so solitary. And I intend to change that. We need to tell Mox...
You want friends?
Say that again?
You want friends?
I suppose so.
Yay, friends.
I guess this is one way of socializing, you know? Just put yourself in vials of blood and then make people drink it.
Look, I didn't have many other plans. This was also a way to bring myself back from the dead. But I will say. We have a lot to do and a lot to cover and a lot of places to check. We need an information broker like Mox on our side. He can reach out to contacts. We can figure out who did this and really get the ball rolling, but we need to meet him first. We need to make sure that he knows that I'm back.
Do you have something that we could say to him that only he would know, but would be from you?
Wind turbines.
That's
What?
concerning.
Is that your safe word?
Is that, yeah.
That's probably the most Midwestern thing that I've ever heard.
Thank you.
Is it
Thank you, truly.
Was it an investment thing? You know what? Don't elaborate. It's cool.
It's not my place to say. But if you say wind turbines, he'll know.
Okay. Should we
Besides,
open with
Mox
that?
is going to be... maybe not at first. Let's gauge how he's feeling.
We should know. Just crack the door open, scream wind turbines.
Kick the door down, yes. Let's not.
Okay.
Like I said, Mox is... I said this before. Mox is a mage as well. And a capable one at that. I want to see first how he's feeling about things, but he's going to be delighted to know I'm back. It's then that the bartender comes back. And she says, all right, Mox is in the back. Don't fuck with him.
No intention to.
The bartender points you in the direction towards a hallway behind the bar. And as you get up and walk towards the back, wallpaper ends abruptly here. Old gray paint is peeling off the walls. The wooden door at the end of the hallway awaits you all. Who's going to lead here?
I'll charge forward.
Okay. So
Boldly.
You boldly, confidently walk forward. There's a small circular stained glass piece inlaid in the center of this door. And as you reach out to the doorknob, the door opens on its own. And you all find yourself walking into this office. Really, it's truly cramped. The walls are lined with a jarring collection of antiques and oddities, from wet specimens to terrifying archaic medical instruments. This place seems more like a mini museum to the macabre than an office, and there's a man behind the walnut desk, eyebrow raised in suspicion at the four standing before him. The man is wearing a finely put together outfit, a well-fitting turtleneck, deep as Cabernet Sauvignon. Over that, a black vintage racer leather jacket. He's also wearing leather racing gloves. His neck and throat are tattooed. You can't tell exactly what it is from here. The turtleneck blocks most of it. And his medium-length hair is messy. The bags under his eyes make his gaze look even more cautious. His hands grip on the desk deliberately, almost as if he's ready to press a panic button hidden from view. Harper tells me you're Kindred. And that, he points to a symbol, a glowing ankh above the door you just entered. Tells me she's right. Not many people know I'm here. How did you? He closes his laptop and gives you all his full attention.
We want to be friends.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Yeah, excuse me?
We probably shouldn't start with that.
I mean, I already gained 4 today, out of 0. So, I mean, what's another one?
Let's just say we may have a mutual acquaintance with each other, and we were told to come find you and speak with you.
A mutual friend? Really? Mox points again at that door. You see a second sigil, lightly kind of glow. And he says, you see that? That means you're haunted. There's a ghost on you.
What?
Great.
So, we've been told that you were a mage, and I'm curious,
How many people know that?
well,
Who told you?
let's just say that this...
I don't think we need to beat around the bush too much.
Okay, be honest. Are you Camarilla? I told you, I just needed a bit more time. It's fine.
No.
You don't have to barge in here.
No, I don't know. Not even entirely sure who that is.
I am curious as to what you needed more time for.
And he kind of like looks at you a bit. And he kind of just stares. And he says, you aren't Camarilla, are you? Who are you?
I am Adora du Freak. Honestly, just
Great.
musician and magician.
Oh, are you a band?
I have played.
Are you all a
couple.
band?
I have played in a couple, but
Look, Abattoir doesn't do shows.
that's great. Let's just say our friend wanted to let you know wind turbines.
He pauses. He looks up at you. The voice in your head says, the voice in your head says, and only you can hear it. I'm back, old friend. And Mox kind of looks up at you all and doesn't say anything. And then very suddenly he grabs a glass that held whiskey and just whips it at the wall next to him. And the glass explodes, sending fragments across the room.
Whoa.
Really
Unfucking believable. God damn it. Now of all times. Hey, LaRue, are you in there? He doesn't seem happy.
Oh, he seemed mad.
Yeah.
Hey, asshole, you in there?
Do we say yes? Hey, here, I turn away from him.
Why are you mad?
Look, do you realize how much I have on my plate right now? And what? I just... And he stops himself. And he centers him. He places his hands on the desk and he says, no, it's fine. It's fine. No, but no, it's fine. No, it's just, I wasn't the one who came up with the stupid fucking plan and left their best friend alone without contacts in Kindred society. Just, no, it's fine. And no, it's fine. It's fine that the Camarilla, want me dead. It's fine. No, it's fine. Oh, you're back. And so now I should just bend over backwards because what? Your stupid plan worked out? I should just be fucking happy? And he kind of just stares down at the desk. Yikes.
I mean, I feel like just cleaning it up with a broom and a mop would probably be okay. I mean, the glass is kind of everywhere, so...
Yeah, I don't know what you would do about the whiskey either.
Well, that's what the mop would
They might
do.
have a mop. Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
guess if you have a mop.
Yeah. Anyways, we are here. It's like magic. Something about a haven.
Really? Sorry. He looks at all of you. LaRue, seriously, where did you find them? Gothenite? Oh, great. Emo night. It's going on down the street. I think you guys are just truly in the wrong bar.
I feel like he's really being mean to us. This really isn't our fault.
I bet there's some great music at emo night, though. This bar kind of only has one song that it's been on repeat. So.
Yeah. Funny. Real funny. All right, maybe I got off on the wrong foot. And he kind of puts himself together a bit.
Yeah, let's focus
It's
on
fine.
the good.
It's fine. My name is Mox Ruby. At your service. What do you fucking want?
Kind of
We need someone.
yeah. Just turning inward.
You all just huddle.
Yeah. Just talking to the voice. What should we ask for more things? Do we need to make a list?
Well, I don't think he's going to give us much right now. He seems distressed. Something seems to be going on. He's normally not mean. Something has him on edge. He's not like this. You mentioned the Camarilla wanting him dead. Best to ask about that.
Do you need some help? Do you need some help with your problems?
I have too many
Yeah, I was
fucking
gonna
problems.
say.
Aren't
Yeah, I
you
can
late for
tell.
a shift at Hot Topic? Come on.
Hey, fuck you. Nicely, but like, fuck you.
Sensing a lot of hostility in the room. I would love a place to sleep, and if helping kill this Camaro person would help, I would really appreciate a place to not have to hear a lot of things.
Wow. I don't even know where to start with you.
That's
All right.
aggressive.
You
but
need
go on.
something. You all seem to need something. I get it. LaRue is back. That's fine. I just can't process that right now. There's... The Camarilla are after me. There's something that happened in one of my clubs, and they're not too happy about it, and they're blaming me for it. Until that gets sorted out, I can't help you. You're on your own. This needs my full, undivided attention. The reason there's not a bouncer outside my door is because he's out trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
Yeah, do you know where he is, or if he knows where they are?
No. Brick is great, but his name is Brick for a reason.
Your bouncer's name is Brick.
He gave it.
That's cool.
He gave it himself. It's not cool.
It's kind
I
of
mean, if
hilarious.
it's like
I
a
sort of love it.
throw bricks, then it'd be pretty cool. But if it's like shit bricks, then it's like,
No, he's
Yeah, does he like hit people in the head with bricks?
Yeah.
if he's
Shipwreck
really
is a
big,
good insult to tell him.
He's like a brick house.
ooh.
That's the song you should have on repeat.
Yeah, whenever he's in, that would be great.
Okay.
It'd be like an intro thing.
Okay, so
Put a glowy sigil on that detects him. and
maybe
plays the
just
song.
maybe just to help us, do you have like a spare room that we could be in and hang out in and talk about what the fuck we're doing? Because let's be real, it sounds like we all maybe traveled a long way, and it would be really nice to just kind of hang out in an area that we can do things, and then maybe we can help your buddy Brick, which in turn helps you.
I don't think you need to help Brick. I think you need to help me directly. You see, Brick is human like I am, and, well, he's not really allowed in Kindred spaces. And he says, I do have rooms. LaRue told you that, and it's fine. It's true. And we can get all that sorted out. It's fine. But just, if you want my help, I need your help. It's that simple. And until this thing is figured out, it's not safe for you to stay here.
Fair.
I was just gonna say I'm open until next month. My next gig is, and I can probably push that. So
Availability for the gig.
You had to close my shop for this shit. Let's go.
oh, what kind of shop?
Yeah.
Obscure things.
At that too, like Mox actually kind of like looks at you specifically, and he says, I'm quite the collector myself.
I can
And
tell.
he kind of like motions towards all the weird things.
All the
Yeah, you
swords on
got
his
some
wall.
good pieces. It's cool swords.
Yes,
Cool
they
swords,
are very
dude.
cool swords. I know.
Do you know where these Camarilla fuckers are?
No, it's a bit hard, so I suppose I should explain. There's this Kindred. His name is Maxwell Fuller. But annoyingly, he goes by the name Prodigy. It's a terrible fucking nickname. He's a few months new to the Kindred world. The kid was the newest project of the Cam. After, they lost the numbers advantage in Chicago, the Ventru, they've made it more of an effort to embrace the best and brightest across the city. They want to pump up their numbers. And, well, they found this college athlete. Dumb as a brick, maybe, as in my brick. But this kid was strong, gorgeous, and ambitious as all hell. A real golden retriever. And the Ventru saw him as a good candidate. Here's the problem. He got turned into a Kindred. Turns out, becoming a vampire brought out the worst in old Prodigy. He thinks he is a gift to all Kindred society. And not only that, he loves breaking the Masquerade. He goes around, finds tons of mortals to feed from, and really just... He's done a lot of bullshit things. He has an online following. There are videos of him online feeding that the Cam has gone through great lengths to state that, oh, it's all fake. It's all special effects. And, well, Kindred know that, really, it's all real. This kid's going around breaking the Masquerade, and the Cam aren't too happy about it. But because he's their latest project, they're not going to do anything to stop him. They slapped his wrist a few times, and, well, he live streamed him showing off his powers at my other club a few months ago. The Cam didn't take too kindly to that. And rather than punish him, they got the city to shut my club down. Now all I have is this club. And, well, the Cam have said very aggressively that they want to deal with him. It's time. They've accepted it. They're not going to call an all-out blood hunt on him, but they want him to come in. They want him gone from Chicago. They want him just dealt with. And if they don't, they'll just settle for having my head instead.
Sounds like he'd fit right in with LA.
So no one's gonna stop us stopping him?
No. The thing is, the Cam are looking for them themselves, and from what I can tell, Prodigy has kind of kept to the shadows a bit. He's laid low, which is fine, but I mean, you should talk to Harper, the bartender. She met him. The guy's a party animal. He became addicted to the life of a Kindred, and from what I hear, his rabid fan base is just, they're dying to see him again.
There's no way he's going to resist that for too long.
Yeah, last time he was seen was almost 2 months ago, it seems.
Is he still streaming?
That I don't know.
Alexander pulls out his phone and is just like, do you know what he goes by online?
You're not gonna like it. It's really bad.
Oh no.
Oh, please tell.
PRODIGY, Prodigy, and then 5 bad emojis.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes.
Mm-hmm.
I got banned on Twitch because they said that I was using a pre-recorded speed painting, but I just wasn't paying attention whenever I used my abilities.
You're an actual Twitch streamer? Anyways.
I was.
So you searched this account?
Yeah.
Alexander, you do? Okay. So you search this account and you actually see a link to it. When you click into it, it says this account is temporarily suspended.
Oh.
That doesn't fucking help.
Does he have links to socials?
You do a bit of searching and all of that seems to be blocked as well. Mock says, again, he says, well, like I said, Harper actually sometimes will deal with some of Prodigy's fans, humans. He came in here once, just once, and the scene wasn't really his vibe. It was funny. Harper actually, and he stops himself. Harper took care of him. But more importantly, because of that, a bit of Prodigy's fans, let's say, come in here on occasion asking if they've seen him. So maybe she knows a bit about it. Let's start with asking her. And let's say you do find Prodigy. The Cam just want him dealt with in some way. I don't know exactly how. If it seems like they've reached a point, seems like they've gotten pressure from other cities to kill him, to bring his final death. But I don't know. Maybe they'd be happy if he just skipped town entirely, permanently. There's a couple of ways you can approach this, but I just need, for me to help you, I need to get this resolved. He has to be figured out one way or another.
Do we know anything else about him, like his powers or how
Well,
beefy this man is?
he's Ventru. Loves to influence his powers of domination over people. And from what I've heard, there have been others trying to hunt him down. The Cam actually have a bit of a price on his head, just information. And from what I can tell, there have been some Kindred bounty hunters that tried finding him, and he almost leveled an entire building, just himself. The boy's strong, dumb and strong.
Dumb, though. We can work with dumb.
Once you get that sorted out, fine. I'm happy to open my doors and to LaRue. And yes, we'll figure it out. I need to get this figured out.
All right. Well,
Seems like our best bet.
we'll figure this out for you. Are you just going to hide in here the whole time?
First off,
You gonna be a little piece baby. I didn't say that.
But I was thinking it. I'll say it.
no, I'm not just hiding. I could try doing my part, try doing a bit of research. And he says, because of LaRue's stupid plan, I've lost a lot of my contacts in Kindred society. They don't really respect me much anymore. So a lot of my resources are gone in that front, but I can still do what I can from here. This is my base of operations. Besides, every heist has a guy behind the chair. This is my chair.
It's a nice chair.
Thank you.
All right. Should we exchange contact information?
Yeah, follow my socials.
Fine. No, I don't.
No, like you.
I still have a Picardo TV, and I also stream on YouTube, so
Great. Be sure to catch it sometime.
thank you. We might be
I
up
don't
to
think he's
3
going to catch it
views.
sometime.
3 viewers, finally. One of them's Nightbot.
Oh, good old Nightbot. Mock says, yes, you can just talk to Harper, the bartender. She may know a bit more. She's met a bit of Prodigy's obsessive fan base.
Well, I don't think she likes us very much, but we'll go back out. And
The girl's defensive. Just, it's fine.
I'm hoping that you
she'll-
still being alive will give us some brownie points in her eyes. 'Cause-
Oh, make no mistake. If things went bad, you would have all died here.
yeah, I figured as much. But yeah, okay. Well, we should go and talk to her.
I don't know. I think she likes us.
I just don't like conflict.
Aw. Okay. As you guys leave and head back to the main bar, you see that a few more people have actually filed in. They just seem immortal, all just hanging out in various booths, actually drinking real cocktails. And it's then that Harper sees that you all come out and head to the main bar, and she kind of motions for you to just sit at the bar itself. So, she says, you're all alive. That's good.
Yeah, we weren't trying to fucking kill him.
Well, I didn't know that, did I? Look, with Mox's business, we get some violent people in sometime.
Oh yeah, and this guy looks real violent.
Hi.
When's the last time someone came and asking about Maxwell?
Prodigy? About, I'd say, week ago. You could tell they were Ventru. They came in with their Dolce & Gabbana suits. Those insanely pricey shoes. I really just wanted to spill drinks all over them, but I digress. And she says, they want him. They want him bad. Prodigy is making an ass of them. And they tried to hide it. They tried to do what they do, cover it up, but that boy's a wreck.
Have you heard anything about him or his fans' recent haunts?
His fans. Do not get me started on those dolls, those blood dolls. I thought he was bad. Ugh, they are so terrible. Do you know what he does to every single girl he feeds from? He tells each of them that he's going to turn them into a vampire. Just outright. Every single one. And so, a few of them come in here because they knew that this was a spot he frequented once or twice, and they always ask about him. You know, there is... Hold on. And she actually grabs her phone. She takes a look. She says, I found it. There's a Twitter account for some of his stands. She gives you the address, and it's actually at Prodigy Suckers.
God.
I know we really shouldn't kill them, but like, if we slipped...
Whoops.
It is here on this page, on this Twitter feed. As you take a look at it, you see a variety of posts, bunch of retweets, quote retweets, of people local to Chicago, all exclaiming how much they love him and how they miss him. And a few posts, actually, you see a few videos. And there are indeed videos of him at some nightclub, surrounded by women, and all of a sudden, he jumps super high in the air, carrying all of them, and they all scream with joy, and they're all laughing, and then he lands back down, and they all exclaim, again, Prodigy, again, and they just really bend over backwards for him.
How old is the video?
The video itself, and you take a look at the quote retweet says, God, I miss him so much. Anyone know where he is? Pleading face. But the original video was from 3 months ago.
This motherfucker's in hiding.
So, looking at the other, like, videos on this, is it easy to, like, have people tagged what bar or club or where they saw him? Is there, like, a trend of specific places that he frequented?
Theo, to try to figure out any trends in this, either give me an investigation and intelligence or a technology and intelligence, your choice.
Ooh, okay.
Oh! That's a bestial failure.
Oh my god.
I don't even know what that would mean in this context.
Okay, hold on.
Yep.
1 second.
Good question.
Okay, so that's our first bestial failure, and it's on a roll that I didn't expect
Yep.
to get a bestial failure on.
That sounds
That's
about
fun.
right.
Spoken.
Yep.
Great rolls. Cool. Theo, you are just, with this bestial failure, you look at all of these quote unquote stands for Prodigy.
Oh no.
And it's annoying. You're so annoyed that you have to go around and browse through this. The beast in you, you feel it, is annoyed. LaRue in your head chimes in. Why do I feel like this? I can feel your beast. This is something I didn't expect. Find him, he says, and you all hear it, and you all kind of temporarily feel collectively this annoyance that is going on with Theo right now. It's not super intense, but it is there. Theo, you decide no to trying to figure this out yourself. You're trying to go straight to the source. You found an account. Prodigy #1 lover is their Twitter username. You're sending them a message before you even realize what you're doing.
On poor
You were sending them
Harper's
a
phone.
Yes, actually. Yeah, because you are taking her phone.
Yep.
Forgot about that. You are sending her a message on Harper's phone. Harper is just kind of staring in disbelief that you are messaging this random Stan account.
He has no fucking taste.
What are you trying to say? You are trying to get to the root of this. Your compulsion is telling you to put yourself in danger, yourself in the front line.
So, like, I'm the kind of person, I like doing magic. It's all, like, illusions, and there's just the subtlety, and, you know, keeping the secret, you know, keeping the masquerade quiet. And this guy is just like, hey, I'm gonna do all these tricks, and, like, it's totally, like, magic, and, like, ooh, look at me. And it's just like, are you kidding me? Like, you are this strong, like, middle of the road handsome guy, and you could have just done it in these much cooler ways. And also, girl that runs this fucking account, like, come on, he's not even that good looking. Like, even if the D was good, like, just get it and go. And also, like, these clubs look like hella gross. Like, come on, you have so much more in Chicago that you could go, like, explore, and anyone else, and essentially is just, like, tearing apart this person and Prodigy, and just kind of wanting to start a fight.
Harper looks in disgust as you send a 6-paragraph message to this lead Stan account.
It constantly breaks in the middle of sentences because the word count.
Yes. And all of a sudden, you set the phone down and everything is quiet. And Harper just looks at you and just goes, had to use my phone? Really? What? Look at her. She's typing a fucking response.
Good. Okay. Tell her that you'll...
No, this is bad. No, why on my account?
Respond that you'll kick her ass and to meet her in a parking lot around the corner. I saw one. I saw like 10.
All of a sudden, ding, a message back.
What's it say?
You take a look. It says, very, very curtly, I will cut you. And then, a photo.
Ooh.
A bar. A location. Logo of a bar. It's called Cloud Bar. It seems to be a rooftop bar.
Ew.
And judging by the people in the background, this seems to be in the heart of a very rich neighborhood of Chicago. High rises everywhere. Skyscrapers as far as you can see.
Like River
and
North
everyone,
or like Magnificent
this
Mile?
This seems to be River North.
Oh, fuck.
Which, for those of you listening who do not know, River North is one of the most bustling, most rich neighborhoods of Chicago where all the socialites go and hang out. LaRue actually chimes in and he says,
Is there a name attached to this account?
There is not. It is just Prodigy Lover #1 fan.
Is it spelled normal? Or is it spelled like L-U-V?
Yeah.
It's L-U-V.
V3R.
VR. Oh.
Prodigy has like a 0, a 1.
Find their Tumblr. You know they have a Tumblr. Find their Tumblr.
Here's the thing. So you get the picture message, and then you see there's typing again.
Oh.
And another message, a longer one. Prodigy gave me some of his power, bitch. Say that to me in person. I dare you. Find me here.
We're getting somewhere.
Yeah, that's a
Let's
throw.
go fucking kill her.
Well, I mean, let's go talk to her. It's... No.
Harper, type back, oh yeah, what power? And then
I'm not typing
another
anything.
and then another message, bitch.
I'm gonna... Can I try to grab Harper's phone to type?
Please. Strength check, go.
She just has her hands up. She's like, I'm gonna make a cocktail. I'm burning this phone after this is done. Do whatever you fucking
You
want.
might want to delete your
We could
account.
just take it.
It's gonna suck.
You're gonna. LaRue says, "Great, so we're adding petty theft on top of this night. Great.
I wouldn't say
I sure know how to
heavy
pick 'em.
theft. I mean,
I'm gonna grab the phone and I'm gonna text you back. Oh yeah, what power, bitch?
No response at first. Waits a bit. Everyone just kind of is quiet for a bit, just kind of staring at the phone, and then finally a new message, a video.
Yes.
Check your DMs.
This woman, blonde, beautiful, wearing a bright red dress. You actually see she goes over to a corner of this rooftop bar. There's just a little trash can. She has the camera pointed at the trash can. She's walking over. You can hear the click of her heels. She changes the camera to show her face. She's gorgeous. She says, "Come up here and I'll do this to you." And she changes the camera back. And she, with one hand, reaches up and grabs the trash can and throws it just super far into the distance with great strength. Just absolutely yeets it across the skyline.
So, how does that compare to what we can do?
Thea reaches over, crumbles up like a cocktail napkin, tosses it into a trash can.
LaRue speaks up and he says, "Great, I think we have a ghoul on our hands."
I didn't think about that.
Do you know what a ghoul is?
Are they chatty?
Absolutely not.
I just know that they're sometimes at haunted houses. They also call them ghosts, and there's poltergeist. There's a really good movie called Poltergeist, if you guys haven't
Not
seen it. But,
that kind of ghoul.
oh, okay.
A ghoul is what's called when a kindred gives their blood to a mortal, and it changes the mortal. It's almost like a blood bond, if you will. It extends their life if blood is given frequently enough, but most importantly, it gives the human a small touch of the kindred's power. Which, come to think of it, if she is a ghoul, that means she's seen prodigy.
Constantly, or...
Let's kidnap her.
So,
Great, now we're adding kidnapping.
just to clarify with ghouls, so not, they are corporeal, right? Like,
Correct.
so we can kidnap her.
They are just superhumans.
All she did is throw a trash can.
Yeah.
I can do much more. than that.
I think I weigh more than a trash can.
It's fine. Also, it's could be 4v1. I think we should go. And I think we should get some duct tape.
Yeah, I have a van.
A van, perfect!
I should have never opened that briefcase.
Listen, I'm really good at getting rid of a body if we need to afterwards. Just saying.
I have to ask, and this is something I maybe should have asked earlier, but what clan are all of you? I feel you, Sunshine, you're Hekata, that I know.
Ravnos?
Well, the reason why I thought that you were just, another insert in me at first was because I'm Alcavian.
Ah, the Child of Madness.
Yeah, it's great. Makes
And the
sleeping real
Child
fun.
of Shadow.
Can I be super extra and
Go on.
use my feral weapons?
Okay,
to show-
Here's the thing. I should specify. You said feral weapons. Keep in mind, there are humans around. There are mortals. This isn't Elysium. This isn't a place where Kindred can show off their powers. This is indeed.
All
Just
right,
like,
all right.
hold up your arms
You're
and be like, look at
reasonable.
my feral
I'll be-
weapons.
Look at my feral weapons. All right.
Great. Gangrel. Sure.
I'll just pretend. Going like this. And say, I'm Gangrel.
Great. Good to know.
The Uwu blade.
So let me get this straight. We have Ravnos, Hekata, Malkavian, and a Gangrel. This is... I can work with this. We can work with it.
Cocktail
Right.
for success. Maybe.
Also, what was that about melting down bodies? Excuse me, Sunshine?
Yeah, I was curious about that one too.
I just know how to get rid of a body. I have to do it sometimes, frequently. Anyway, it's fine.
Sometimes frequently.
You and Mox are going to get along. I'm just saying that now. So, you have a name. Well, name, quote unquote. You have an address, or you don't. You have a location, I should specify. You know what you have to do. There's a connection there. There's a connection to Prodigy. And with that, I feel like this is a good place to call it for the evening.
I'm just saying.
Great strides have been made.
Just saying right now, I'm not driving downtown, so we're gonna take the train.
Okay,
You have to bring a kidnapped person back to your van through a train?
Fuck.
that's a valid point. We could just not kidnap them and maybe also not murder them.
I can drive. Look, sometimes people have to die. It's okay. It'll be okay. It'll be okay.
Okay, alright.
It'll be okay.
For some reason, I'm very trusting of you people that I just met today.
Maybe we can just remove like a no parking sign and then just park there. I mean, there's a bunch of warehouses and stuff, so.
I mean, I don't really know what each of your clans does, but maybe one of your clans has like some, like make it look like a razor scooter or something. Is that something one of you can do?
What's a razor scooter?
Wow, you're old.
God. So there are these.
Excuse you.
There are these weapons that you attack someone's ankle with.
Ankles with, yeah. It deals extreme damage.
It also
Both
helps
physically
you
and emotionally.
It helps you teleport very slowly.
I feel like you're fucking with me now.
No,
Not as much as you would think.
magical rare artifact.
Well, I suppose we should delve out into the night. It's still young. And also, I should say, thank you. I'm alive because of you all. I don't know why. Well, I don't know why you did what you did. It's a bold choice. Wasn't for everybody. I'm sure others came across my briefcases and didn't follow through, but you did. All of you did. And I don't know why they did this to me, but thank you. We can figure it out together. And with that, we will call it for now.
Yay.
It has been a good night. Thank you all for playing. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see where things go. Until next time. Greetings, this is your storyteller, Alex. I just wanted to say thank you for listening into this introduction chapter and talk about how proud I am of the people who are playing with me and just what we are creating so far. It's very exciting. This is a story I've wanted to tell for a bit. And those of you who are veterans to Vampire the Masquerade and World of Darkness will find that this version of Chicago, my version of Chicago, is different from published ones in Chicago by Night. So some characters are going to be reappearing, some are gone completely, and it's about, really, all of this is a love letter to Chicago, and it is, in my mind, what I envision it to be if it was filled with kindred and these odd creatures of the night. And I know things may be different, but all I ask is that you stick with it and, see why it's different. But once again, shout out to my players making up this really, really interesting coterie. And also to my guitar teacher, Michael Weiss, who has provided what is going to be the main theme of the Night Consortium. So thanks, Mike. I appreciate you. But yeah, stay tuned for more. And I'm excited to reveal more about this weird, odd story and why I picked Chicago for this. Thank you.